Hello and welcome back to Spyro Year of the Dragon Part 20, and in this part we will be opening with cat hockey.
I challenged a Rhinoc to a traditional game of cat hockey, but I think I sprained my flipper during training. Would you mind taking my place? Great.
Yes, they are mostly monotone, and that's kind of the joke. Although I'm with you when it comes to the fact that I'm pretty sure they're gangsters,
They do seem a little clandestine.
like Canadian gangsters.
The Canadian mafia, of course. Not even the Russian mafia, the Canadian mafia.
Hey, the Canadian mafia is almost as powerful as the Russian mafia, or at the very least they're as cold.
The Russian mafia invented the Canadian mafia. There was no Canadian mafia before the Russians came up with it.
I keep thinking that cat doesn't count, but it does. So yes, the objective here, knock cats into your goal.
Oh, is that what cat hockey's all about? They're the hockey pucks.
Yes, they are the hockey
The
pucks.
Rhinocs are the opposing team, and who can also be frozen.
Yes, they can also be frozen. I think Spyro can be frozen as well, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I haven't seen the Rhinocs use any ice breath yet. Oh, it's a point. We got a point. Goal.
And there we go.
Hat trick.
First round complete.
Well done.
To keep the Champions Cup.
Yeah, but the Champions Cup is just another damn dragon egg.
Ba'a.
I do like that joke.
Who let the dogs out?
Retired from the sport for good.
Oh, come on. Ba is that's right, you're referring to the fact that Ba sounds like Bahamut. You see, I thought there was a better joke there, but no, it's just that one.
I think honestly, I think the fewer jokes you can come up with about something, the less funny it is in general.
Nah, is that why there are all that many damn dick jokes on the internet?
Hey, dick. Yes, because dicks are some of the funniest things ever invented.
Well, they weren't invented. We just kind of, that goes into theories that we should not probably be discussing on a part involving a cartoon dragon.
I'd say the best time to use irony is to talk about something that has absolutely nothing to do with freezing penguins or purple colorful dragons.
But purple colorful dragons did not necessarily have to go through the same the same evolutionary process that humanoids had to.
Spyro's chasing after babies, though. They're children, offspring, procreated, not masturbated.
Alright, and with cat hockey and the rest of the treasure obtained, we're done with frozen altars. Let's see, what is the next one that we're going to? I think we go to Lost Fleet next.
Is that the Lost Fleet?
Yep, Lost Fleet.
Going into the sunken ship.
Collecting all the shit in Lost Fleet is a pain in the ass, but mostly because you have to use an invincibility power for a good portion of the treasure, as well as a skateboarding minigame. This is Crazy Ed. He is not that intelligent.
They seem to have an accent.
Yes, he does. He has a Louisiana swamp accent.
Oh, Cajun.
I don't attribute that particular accent to Cajun personally.
Well, Cajun is a type of Louisiana accent.
Yes. To be perfectly honest, if I was gonna give him, I would actually say that his accent is much closer to a Deep South Miner as opposed to a Cajun accent.
So Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia would work.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the southern accents sound the same, but I'm sure that if you live there long enough, you could tell the difference between an Alabama accent and a Georgian accent.
No. Everything just seems backwards in the South.
But the further north you go, the more you sound like An asshole.
Well, everyone sounds like an asshole.
The closer you are to Massachusetts, the greater the probability that you're a complete fucking asshole.
I personally disagree with that, but I don't know. Alright, why am I shooting into this hole up here? Because there's an actual treasure chest in there that we can't open once we get up there normally.
Huh. Can you adjust the vertical height on your cannonballs?
Yes. And you are in fact required to do that in order to get all the treasure in here.
But first we have to blow the crabs up into tiny bits.
We don't have to blow up the crabs, but we do attempt to blow them up anyway because, well, it makes the area slightly more safe when we finally do get up there, which won't be for a while.
I love how the crabs just they don't just fall backwards like you just knock them off their tricycle. Like they fucking blow up into pieces.
Yes, they do. All the better for eating crab with, my dear.
All the better to hit the scary ghost children.
Nah, they're not actually ghost children. They're just Rhinox pretending to be ghost children. Hisako is very angry at them.
And suddenly I was reminded of Terror Time from Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island because we're...
You know it's Terror Time again. That is a pretty kick-ass rock song, actually.
Yeah, that's... Because now I'm going to have it rolling in my head for the next 15 minutes.
You're welcome, Cloud.
Brr, 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 brr. Only because there are very conspicuous ghost characters around here somewhere, and we're in some kind of Louisiana-themed level.
Well, the problem with that is that Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island took place on a fucking island in, like... It wasn't really that far south, actually. It was more central. It was more central United States.
But no. It took place in the bayou.
It was in the bayou?
Yeah, it was in the bayou. It was they even had one of the characters was a rich white aristocrat type character who was perfectly hospitable in order to really capture the essence of Southern hospitality, which actually is extraordinary if you've ever been down there.
No, that's right, because they were specifically in Louisiana because the curse that was actually causing the zombies to go up instead of just old man Withers was from a Louisiana witch.
Yeah, and something about like the Civil War or some shit.
Yep, Civil War.
In me treasure?
Yes.
Craig! I actually got that.
Thank you.
We should have a counter for all the jokes that I get.
So we're up to like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's gotten up there.
And here we go, the part of Lost Fleet that just fucking sucks. You are on a timer when it comes to the invincibility power-up, which makes sense because you don't want infinite invincibility. However, the timer is slightly longer than you want and slightly shorter than you think it is.
So it's not the right amount of time.
It really is not. It needs to be slightly longer so you can get all the treasure in the acidic swamp, but it needs to be slightly longer to get all the treasure in the swamp, but it needs to be slightly shorter in order for you to actually realize, hey, I don't have as much time as I want in here.
But if you get all...
Especially when we get to this part.
Crazy Ed, you're all alone here, aren't you?
Yes, actually, he is.
There are absolutely no... That's why he's crazy, is because he's gone daggum cabin fever, being all by himself and shit.
Protecting his treasure from roving Rhinox.
Goddamn Rhinox trying to take my daggum old treasure. My grandpappy taught me how to dig with the goddamn old pickaxe here.
Mind you, his pickaxe is actually, just two triangles. Hell, it might actually even be just one triangle.
It might... I was gonna say, it looked like if you looked at it at the wrong angle.
You're doing this particular mini game twice, and the second time they can defend themselves, making this the most annoying mini game in the game.
And so far, I can see that getting up.
No, the sub control's fine. That's not actually the problem. The problem is the lock-on reticle is a bit slower than what it really needs to be in order to make this efficient, and it's also very easy for it to get blocked off by terrain.
But if
You have to keep line of sight, and you have to be angled appropriately with the subs in order for the torpedoes to both lock on and track.
just like actual undersea naval combat.
Yes, the problem here is that, well, several, at least two of the submarines go in very hard to actually lock down patterns. As in, the patterns themselves aren't difficult to follow, but it's difficult to actually line up the sub with the torpedo tracker. Fuck this mini game and this area in general, because there are two invincibility power-ups here that you have to cycle between in order to collect all the treasure. Because while you're in the sub, you cannot actually collect treasure. Sparks does not work under acid, apparently.
Oh, that's why you haven't been picking up any treasure, because you can't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus there are particular chests that you have to use the sub in order to detonate. Spyro does the only power up he gets in here is invincibility, as opposed to super breath. So he can't actually explode the chest a good portion of the treasure that's in here on his own.
As much as annoying as this sequence is, as I'm sure you've experienced many times, I do find it refreshing that even this late in the game, they're still introducing new gameplay mechanics.
Yes, it is definitely refreshing, but the thing is, this mini game is used twice here and once during post game, and the once during post game is actually significantly easier because they can't defend themselves, and it's strictly for treasure.
Okay, so this, yeah, okay, he's gonna go around the corner, and
Did we get it?
nope, because the missile collided with the wall.
Yep.
That is bullshit. This sucks.
Yes, this mini game can easily take you anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes
Yeah, just chasing after this.
each time that you play it.
Just this one guy. This one fucking guy. It has to be harder than the entire rest of the mission combined.
No, actually, it's not just this one guy. A couple of the one of the other subs has actually got a difficult to track path as well.
Got him.
And now we're going into the second mini game for this.
Well, I'll be darned.
Yes, I have some mean sub-driving skills because I was forced to learn how to pilot the damn thing without any significant aid.
Ethel.
Well, I hate to ask your help again, but there be even more subs that darn come out of nowheres. If you could blast them, I could use this acid lake as my swimming hole again.
Now, I don't know what creature Crazy Ed is supposed to be. I assume he's a mole.
He's either a mole. I was gonna say he's either a mole or a possum.
I'm going to guess mole, but that leaves the question. When do moles gain the ability to become acid resistant?
It would explain why he has a pickaxe, because moles dig. You know what? I think he is a mole.
Oh yeah, and you know how Sparks doesn't work underwater? That's another thing. You get hit by any of the mines, it resets the entire minigame.
That also sucks.
I think you lose a life, I'm not sure.
Oh, the pressure is on. Because now not only do you have to do this fucking bullshit again, you also have to avoid the mines that they drop directly behind them.
Yep.
See,
And keep in mind, directly behind them is the easiest way to do the tracking.
it's like they know.
They do know. They specifically built this to be a particular challenge jump from the first one. There's an additional sub, and they can defend themselves now.
Nothing says difficulty spike like spike balls. There's a spike ball. Oh, let me guess. The spike balls also can disrupt your missile.
I don't know, actually. I assume that they can, given the fact that, you know, they blow up the sub, but I'm not entirely sure.
Alright, watch out. He's going to drop it. He's going to drop it. Walk around those corners. You're not going to be able to see it. Oh, God.
You want to be on the further on the outside of the corners, to be perfectly honest, as opposed to the inside corners. Although the inside corners will allow you to close the distance, well, the inside corners make it that much more difficult to track him down because, you know, terrain gets in the way that much easier.
Yes.
And then we have these two. Fuck these two.
Do they get faster the more of them you destroy?
I don't believe so. I do not believe that they have adjustable speeds. Mind you, I'm running at the sprint speed right now because the sub actually has 2 different speeds.
I thought for a second that the thing was going to spawn a spike ball on you right while you were crossing its path.
You know, like that.
Lock on. Die.
There. And now for the last one.
Be drowned.
Or got burned by acid. Either.
Or crushed by the pressure. The bends.
Where is he?
The bends.
There. I jumped
The jump cut.
And in the next part, we'll collect our reward.
Yay.